Hey everybody, this is Doree, and I'm here to talk to you today about what's wrong with people, what's wrong with me, with the way I feel lonely. Hey everybody, this is Doree Allen, and I'm here today to talk to you about what's wrong with my eating habits. I have learned through the process of trial and error that it's important to know what your triggers are when it comes to your eating habits, what it is that makes you decide to sit down and just nosh, to just eat mindlessly, whether it's you being really sad and depressed or being really happy, being around people. Whenever you go out, do you always have to have food around? What are the types of situations that you get into that allow you or kind of motivate you to eat even when you're not hungry? I have learned my triggers because I actually talk about this in the book, how I went to a weight loss clinic. I got a postcard in the mail one day. It was actually from my mother, who didn't have a weight problem. She's kind of petite. I was the one that needed the help. I was almost 200 pounds and I'm about 5'6". So I actually took the postcard, went to the clinic, learned how to eat, and found out that in order for me to lose weight, I needed to eat more often, not less often. Society would have you think that if you eat too much, then that's what's going to make you fat, but you need to eat the right foods more often throughout the day instead of limiting it to just 1 or 2 or 3 times a day eating. At least that's what worked for my metabolism. So I started to record everything that I ate, every snack, everything that I put in my mouth. I wrote it down in a diary and I went back and forth. It wasn't Weight Watchers, it was another company, but I went back and forth with a counselor and we talked about the foods that made me gain, what times of day I was eating some of these foods, which in my case it was starchy foods, carbs, the snacks that I liked, and when did I eat them and how often, and we went from there. Another thing that I've learned is that when it comes to eating healthy foods, when you go to the grocery store, you need to shop the outside perimeter of the store. That's where your produce is, your milk, your meat. All of the processed foods are in the aisles. Everything that comes in a box or a can is processed food. And so when you learn, and also those foods usually cost more. If you think about your grocery bill, yes, the meat costs a lot, but look at all those snacks and all those things that you buy that are in those center aisles of the store, and I bet you'll see a hefty portion of your bill coming from that. If you do eat processed foods in moderation, I hope, then you can make your own small snacks. They might not be 100-calorie snacks, but smaller portions by taking a bowl, which this is the closest thing I have in here to a bowl, and pouring some of the bag or the item into this bowl. And if you're going to sit down to eat somewhere, you just eat from the bowl, and when it's gone, and that's it. You don't eat out of the bag mindlessly, because if you're like me, you'll just keep eating and eating until you feel full or until the bag is empty and you've eaten way more than the portion size that you should have. I'm one of those people that would eat a meal that had meat and pasta, no vegetables, nothing green, nothing that comes out of the earth, that grows from the earth, nothing that grows from the earth. So I learned that also led to a lot of weight gain. I needed to mix up my vegetables with the pasta or even without the pasta, and learn how to do substitutions where I could feel full and I could feel like I was having a meal and feel satisfied without having just a whole plate of carbs, a whole plate of pasta, a whole plate of rice with my meat in my meal. So substituting vegetables or integrating more vegetables with your meals should also help you when it comes to losing weight. And this almost goes without saying, but eating less fast food. Fast food was my absolute culprit. When I was tipping the scales at around 200 pounds, not too long ago, fast food. That was it. I would eat fast food every morning, on the way to work, on the way home, for lunch. Didn't care about anything but having pretty hair, had nice, long, pretty relaxed hair, wouldn't exercise because I didn't want to sweat out the perm, and eat that fast food. And that's what did it for me. So I'm glad that I was able to learn what my triggers were and make the behavioral changes to get to the size that I wanted to be. Not so that I could be sexy or glamorous for someone else, but because I cared about my health and my well-being. And hopefully you will too. Hopefully this chapter of the book will help you and give you some insight into how to shop a little bit better, how to make better choices in the grocery store, and when you're out and about and you are on the run and you have to eat something on the go, what to choose. So this is Doree Allen again, What's Wrong With Me, coming to you in February 2012. Please go ahead and pre-order right now on Amazon.com. Just look up the title or look up my name and you will find it. It is at the link also that is in the description box. Take care.